Okay, it says we're live now. I don't know what I did differently, but hey, okay, whatever. Let's see. I think this is just a random live, guys. You know, hey, I got nothing else to do today. It's 6 degrees here. It's warmed up because it was 0. Let's see if we can get our guest entered in here. Let's see. Let's send him an email. Let's see here. Bear with me, guys and gals. There, we'll send that. Okay, I just sent you another invite because something went wrong. I don't know what. You know, it could be the fact that I don't know how to really do this kind of stuff. So it could be. All right. I don't see anybody else in here yet. Let's see. I pasted in the comments here a link where you can come on in. Try that. Click on that link there if you see that. And let's try that. Let me see if it's coming through. Yeah, it says it's going on now. So yeah, I think we're live this time, guys. Okay, so yeah. Well, I have sent a request into Kent at Geezer's Garage to get him in here today. I think he must be home from the snowstorm as well, and I'm certainly not going to get out in this if I don't have to. The neighbors did come by and bring some holiday goodies, and so we have had some visitors. Yes, I'm supporting my No Name Nationals t-shirt today. So hopefully we'll get somebody in here with us to talk about that maybe. Don't think they have announced when the next No Name Nationals is going to be, but hopefully there's other people this morning that are snowed in and not going to work. And to say snowed in my case is really not necessarily the case because solo layout. Well, that's because it won't let me go there. Okay. Anyway, it's because I just choose to not go out today. So hopefully if you did have to go to work today, that you made it safely and everything. So I don't know what the forecast is really supposed to be now. I know I stayed up late last night keeping the fire going, and I was afraid the electricity was going to go out. It flickered 3 times, and I didn't want any of the 220 stuff trying to kick on during the night. So I stayed up till about 4, and the winds kind of died down, and then I went to bed. So, and it was 0 when I went to bed, and that's what it said this morning when I got up. Now, however, the Weather Channel said that, hey, I think we got somebody coming in here. So when I got up, now, however, the Weather Channel. Hey, it's Buck.
Hey.
Merry Christmas.
Hello, RC. Looked like you were lonely, so I thought, well.
Yeah, well, just a random live, just to say hi and Merry Christmas, I guess.
And thanks for the card.
Yeah, I got several cards myself this year, so I don't know. I've always sent out Christmas cards all through the years, and that's how I've kept in touch actually with some of the military guys I was in the military with.
Okay.
And it seems like we kind of communicate once a year. So I actually have invited one of the guys that I was in the military with to be with us today. So he has yet to figure out how to get on there. So
Well, I don't think you need a StreamYard to join. I don't know.
yeah, I actually so I can see that you're on. Yeah. And that's what I originally had set up, but oh yeah, here comes Kent now. There you are. There's Geezer from Geezer's Garage.
Good
Uh,
morning.
yeah. Yeah, this is Buck in here with us. Buck does it. He's got a pretty cool channel, and he
Hey,
was
Buck.
at the No Name Nationals this year.
Yeah, you can change your views there too on the bottom. You see those little guys
Yeah.
with the pictures?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, like that. And
Yeah, you can. There you go. That's the good one there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
Gives you
So,
a better
how's the
picture.
weather up in your area, Buck? I'm actually you're in Eastern Kentucky, is that right? Or
No, I'm in
Ohio?
Eastern. I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, Pennsylvania. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
I guess Central Pennsylvania. I'm near Harrisburg, Lebanon.
So you guys probably got more snow than what I got.
Well, we only got like an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches yesterday, but the rain just melted it all away last night.
Oh,
And,
so you got rain. Okay.
Yeah, it rained most of the day yesterday and all night, and then it was raining this morning, and then now the cold front came through, and it was 43 when I woke up.
Oh,
And,
wow.
Yeah, and now it's down to 26.
Oh, so you're far enough east. You're getting what we had yesterday because it was like 45, and then by the time I went to bed this morning, it was 0.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 9 degrees by 5 o'clock this afternoon or something.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Looks
it
like
was
we get
snowing earlier.
people in here. So how's the weather up there in central Indiana, Kent?
Cold enough that I brought the dogs in, and they're trying to horn in on my operation here.
Oh yeah.
No, it's cold. It's I think my phone said it was -9 this morning. Definitely reminded me of my time in South Dakota. Let's put it that way. I didn't like hauling in wood this morning. I should have hauled it in last night, but.
Well, I was hauling in wood about 2:00 in the morning, and I tried to get Tallulah to go out. Of course, she was no way is she going to go outside, So this morning I had to put the leash on her and drag her out there, and then finally got her to go to the bathroom. But because she just will hold it for days. I guess I don't know. So
yeah, Thor won't. Frank will. Frank will. He don't have to go out if it's cold out. He don't have to go for 2 or 3 days. He's insane, but Thor still has to go about every 20 minutes.
Well, Buck, so what kind of projects you got going on? Anything exciting?
No, I'm still I've been sick for the last week or so I haven't done anything recently. But I have that 455 block at the machine shop. I'm waiting to hear from them. I've been putting off calling them to see what's going on. I'll wait till after the holidays now. And then I'm just doing some body work, just patching up the rust holes on the old Buick.
Yeah, I did see some seen one of your shorts or something about that. So
Yeah. Yep,
it's hard to keep up with everybody. There's so much of it and only so little time a day.
Yeah, and you know what else happens? It seems like the more channels I subscribe to, the less I'm getting notifications about other people's stuff.
Well, I've noticed that I go through periodically and make sure some of the ones that I really want to follow still have the bell turned on, because somehow that stuff gets turned off. I don't know how that happens, but because I don't know that I have the bell turned on for just everybody, but there are a few that I try to keep up with for sure, and then I try to watch the rest of them. But yeah, I don't know if the YouTube just randomly shuts that off. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like the subscribers, they come and they go.
Yes, I know. The other day I had 817, and I think I have 814 this morning. So
Yeah.
Tomorrow it'll be another number.
Yeah.
So, Kent, when are you going to be launching your channel? Do you know yet?
In January.
January. Okay, cool.
January is the plan. I have some videos and some shorts, sort of ready to go. And of course, the beginning is going to be me putting electricity in the shop. That's going to be my,
yeah.
but I don't even have lights in the shop. So, but the shop's full.
Yeah. Well,
guys got to have his priorities, I guess.
That's something I need to get is some lights in the shop. I've noticed trying to work out there this winter. There's that one little light and the door has to be shut. So yeah, I need some lights too. But I do have electricity though. So
yeah, I don't have nothing in mind, but I've got lots of projects lined up. I'm a project hoarder. I've been hoarding them for 20 years. And if you don't believe that, just ask my wife. She'll tell you.
Yeah, just hit the record button.
Yeah. Well, she's actually in here. I think watching.
I guess that's it, right?
Yeah, and make sure it's record button and not the photo button.
Yeah. I'm sure there's going to be a learning curve there that's going to go along with that.
Oh yeah,
if you record if you record yourself enough times, you're going to get it on photo at one point or another, or forget to turn the sound on.
Yeah,
stand there yakking his camera and not saying nothing.
Well, you can always do a voiceover too if you do forget the sound, but I haven't done that yet. So there's a lot of people that will do that. They'll just record a video and then go in somewhere and then they put their voice over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually been doing that. I'm working on a video now of all the cars I've had ever since I had my first car when I was 16.
You've had a couple.
Yeah, I've had a couple, and so it's going to be quite a lengthy video. But they were almost all of it is just pictures from the and so I'm doing a voiceover, and it's I don't know. It'll probably be nobody will watch it. It'll be too long, but
No, LB Bruins did that with a 58 DeSoto he did years ago, and then he just started getting into the YouTube, and he did the same thing with pictures, and he explained the whole as when he found it in the woods and brought it home and all that. It was really, really good.
Yeah, and I could probably do that with some of them because I've got pictures of stuff like that. Back then that's all you had was pictures.
Right.
Yep. So
that's why he did what he did. He just got the pictures and high unfinished project, but he just got the pictures and went in there and voiced over them and explained the pictures. It was really, really neat.
Yeah, I think that'd make a good video. Honestly, I mean,
well, I'm kind of different with my videos anyway. Shorts are nice, and I use shorts all the time, guys. I mean, I do.
Yeah.
And it has gotten me a lot of subscribers. So, but for me to sit down, I don't watch much on my phone. I watch it on my TV, and I have YouTube TV and all that. And I like, if I'm going to sit down and go watch somebody, I like for it to be, 10 or 15 minutes long at least, because then I'm not switching through the channels all the time all through the so. But I realize that's not that's not everybody's thing. But that's why my videos sometimes tend to be a little longer than others. But
I started out with long videos, and then remember one of them workshops they said cut them down like they said 2-3 minutes. I'm like, man, I can't do 2-3 minutes. So what I did was like 5 to 10 minutes, and just kept them at that. And especially when you're new, it seemed like that worked pretty good for me. But if you're do shorts, make sure you have some long videos there in your library that they can go and watch. Because not everybody likes shorts, but the shorts do work, and then the shorts get you to your channel. And then they can watch the other videos.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean,
I kind of enjoy
I have no
the
idea,
short
but
thing
that's my
far as
guess
the
from
vehicles.
everything that I've been watching and trying to learn and everything that I've read. You know, a lot of people's attention spans aren't beyond 10 to 30 seconds will do it, but you've got other people like Rick that you know want to sit down and actually watch it. I'm the same way. If it's something that I'm interested in, I don't care if you go on for an hour, but if
Right.
it's something that I just am passively interested in, you got to get me in 10 seconds or you're getting flipped.
Looks like Dude Mopar is in here, and Jody's Tadlock's in here, and Unfinished Projects. So Merry Christmas to all you guys.
Yeah, Merry
and
Christmas.
gals.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I didn't really. I was just trying to kind of. I didn't have anything to do. I wasn't going to go outside and push the snow off the la-ti-da and try to work on it in 6-degree weather. So I just thought, well, I'm home and I'm not going to go out. So let's see if we can do a live. But most people are probably working. I guess I don't know. So
No, I actually have the day off,
it
so
could
that's
be.
why I'm here.
yeah. Well, my boss told me I didn't have to go to work today. So which is my wife. So I guess that is. That was a good thing.
Yeah, and I work second shift, so I miss a lot of the lives and premieres
Well,
and stuff.
I miss a lot of them too, simply because I'm just getting old and I go to bed early.
Yeah.
And I'll wake up, in the morning. I'll think, "Gosh, I would have liked to have been on so and so's live last night." But that is what it is. So
Now, granted, at work sometimes I get to watch some of it, because I'm not busy. But lately it's been busy. I don't get to interact or anything.
yeah, I
This is my first
decided I'm
experience.
going to work for a couple more years, but I'm just working part time. So I think I'm going to renew my license for 2 more years, and then I think I'm going to call it quits. But we'll see.
Yeah, I'm hoping to call it quits in like 3 years.
Now Kent, he's a young pup, so he's
I'm
still
hoping like
got a
in
few.
another 9.
What do you got? Another 20 years to go,
Not
Ken?
that young. Yeah, no, I have another 8 probably.
8, yeah. They'll fly by.
I plan on punching at 65. I don't think it's going to happen before age 65.
Yeah, I'm looking at hopefully 64. I'll go a little earlier.
Well, I'm going 62 and a half, and then I'll finish out that whole year. I can work that whole year and not worry about how much I make.
Yeah.
And so that'll put me up to about this time in 2 years. So
Cool.
Well, so yeah, I don't know if you guys watched. I did get I checked the oil pressure on that car because of all that clickety clackety going on, and it does have oil pressure up on the upper end, and I let it warm up. I didn't show that on the video, but I did let it warm up some, and it did drop, of course, but it even at idle after the thermostat opened up, it still had like 30. So I thought, well, it's got to be someone's been in there and jacking around with the rocker arms or something's. They've done something. I don't know. So I'm going to have to get back on that, and I'll check the torque on them rocker arms and see if that's the problem. I don't know.
You didn't see any bent push rods, did you?
I don't
Well, that's what I thought I would see, but I didn't.
No.
So, and after it got warmed up.
Any doubt, but I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was getting ready to kind of say the same thing. I think. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
I don't think there's any doubt that somebody has fiddled under that hood, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, not just the creative wiring, but there was a lot of stuff under the hood. Yeah,
there's a lot of creativity going on under that hood for sure. I thought.
The gentleman that I bought it from did reach out to me in one of the videos, and he said, "Oh, if you want to make that tack work, you have to turn the radio on." So I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I'll be checking into that too." Who knew?
Maybe he's got it wired a little more modern, So
Could be. Yeah, maybe it all works with your cell phone or something. I don't know.
yeah, maybe it Bluetooths in.
Yeah.
Could be.
That's an odd one.
Yeah, and it's got those electric fans on it, which is cool. I'm all for that, especially if I take it on power tour this year. Those electric fans would be nice, because it certainly, you need all the cooling you can get on that thing, because it's always the hottest time of the year. But I got to figure out the wiring a little different. There's no relays. Nobody put anything like that in there. I want to put a sensor in there so it knows to kick on. And I thought I'd put an override switch too, so I can actually turn them on if I want. So, but that'll be something to do when it gets a little warmer.
Yeah, that was a good video. That last one.
Yeah, with the oil pressure.
Yeah, I liked it anyway.
Well, I like to have fun. I've said that all along on my videos. So, I just, I had to do one of them stupid commercials, and, I just kind of I don't know. But I also got something done. I wanted to check and make sure, hey, do we have to throw this motor away? Or whatever, because I don't have any way anymore. Working in this garage like this, I don't have any way I might have a chain fall and an engine stand, but there's no place to do it at. So, but I did get the title back. They had told me that car was low mileage, well, for the year it's low mileage, 80,000. And I you know how that is. So I got the title back, and it actually is, it's documented original mileage. So yeah, it's like cool. 82,000 miles on it. So other than the age, it doesn't have a lot of miles comparatively speaking. But
the body looks pretty good too. I mean, really.
Yeah, if it didn't have all that hail damage on it, because it's beat up pretty good with hail damage, but I'm gonna work on that. I got some plans for
the hail damage.
Yeah, some backyard restoration.
You gotta paint it like a golf ball.
At least make it consistent and symmetrical.
Yeah,
you can put Rawlings across the hood. There you go.
Hey, that's a good idea. I hadn't thought of that. Oh gosh, yeah. So anyway. Yeah, I was thinking of you when I did that short on that international truck, Kent, because I know you would. I thought you'd like that international I saw for sale. But
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I was actually hoping to get out this weekend and look around and have some time to look around for some more vehicles, but looks like we got somebody else coming in here.
2-Hacks. Turbo Tom.
Yeah. Turbo Tom and 2-Hacks. Yeah, I saw 2-Hacks there somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I see them.
Under level 3, so we're not on the road. Got 4-day weekend. Yeah, well, I understand that. It's I don't know what I guess the governor yesterday called a state of emergency here in Indiana before it even started. But I don't know. I haven't really seen anybody out on the roads in front of our house except for the neighbor who brought us over some goodies a while ago, and the ambulances went by a couple of times. But
I haven't seen anybody down our road. Not that I would hear them, to look out. I'm sure maybe a few have been out, but I don't think where I'm at that it's necessarily that bad. It is cold and there's some snow on the ground, so there's probably some slick spots out there. But I got one of these coats that's got a Milwaukee coat that's got a battery in it.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
The other day. Wagglers gave that to me for teaching out there, So anyway, I put it on, and I guess it comes from Rural King or whatever. But turn it on, and I was out there getting that wood this morning, and it was very bearable in that little coat. for sure. That's rechargeable. I'm kind of digging that.
Yeah, I've seen those. They even make the. Of course, I'm a Ryobi man myself, but they even make one. Ryobi even makes a version of that too. But
Do they?
yeah, I don't know if you have to snap that big 18-volt battery in it or not. But
if it hadn't been given to me, I'd be wearing probably the Harbor Freight version.
yeah, exactly. Oh gosh.
You know what else I have? I have those lined jeans with the flannel in them.
Yeah, I've got some of
Oh
those.
my
Those
God,
nice.
are they good?
I had some years ago. I don't have any anymore, but those are nice for sure.
I bought them for riding a motorcycle, but now I just wear them all the time because
Yeah.
I hate being cold. Yeah, they work really well.
Yeah, I see 2 Haxes in here, Turbo Bottom, Unfinished Project, Dude Mopar. That's cool. For just picking up and just turning on the camera. I mean, it's pretty good that there's that many people in here. So
Yeah. No joke.
Yeah, I was at the grocery store earlier. It was packed. I'm like, man, I thought I'd go early and nobody'd be there, but I think they're trying to get before the frigid weather gets here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took Mom over there yesterday, I don't know, about noon, and I couldn't even find a parking space. I let her out and drove around the parking lot at the IGA here, and she came out and she said, well, the shelves are just empty. I bet as many people was in there couldn't have been too much left.
That's what Joe said about over there at JC's. She went to get a few groceries, and she said the lot was just full. There was no parking.
Yeah.
She just had to
But
get
that's
a few.
usually the way it is around here. They got to go buy all the toilet paper and bread and milk, and when it's going to snow or something.
Bread, milk, and eggs.
Yeah.
You can do that at Menards too. Everybody forgets that.
Menards.
Looks like Turbo Bottom 416. It's sitting -6 degrees in mid-Ohio. So it's coming your way, it looks like.
Yeah, I just looked. My sister lives in Pittsburgh area, and she was at 3 degrees earlier.
Wow.
Yeah. So
my thermometer said 0 this morning on the house. Well, that's what it said when I went to bed last night as well. But maybe the thing don't go any lower than that. I don't know. But my sensor is mounted on the back door of the house, or pretty on the frame, and I've noticed that it's usually runs 4 or 5 degrees warmer than what the local time and temperature says it is. So because ours this morning said -6, but it's up now to about 6 degrees actually. So but the wind is still whipping around pretty good. I think the wind chill right before we went live was still 20 some degrees below 0. So
yeah. Felt like a light breeze to me when I was out there, but any light breeze when it's that cold.
Yep, down to 22 now. It was 26 a little while ago.
Oh yeah, it was.
It keeps dropping.
Well, you had that electric coat on too. That may have helped some.
Yeah. Yeah, it may have. I should have taken me some bread and tucked it in the chest pockets there and made my toast while I was out there doing it.
Get you a slab of cheese and throw in there. Yeah.
Yeah, there wouldn't have to come in all day.
Oh shoot.
My coffee cup a little too big to
yeah, coffee. I've already had. Yeah, I had a bunch of coffee this morning. Well, I didn't go to bed till 4 o'clock, and then of course, Gunner wants up and outside by at least 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I put him off till 8 this morning, and I was like, okay, I got to get up. So anyway, but then of course, Tallulah, she didn't want nothing to do with going outside.
Dare we ask what you were doing at 4 o'clock this morning up?
Yeah, well, so last night we had the fireplace going, and it was just nice in there, and I was working a puzzle, and I can get lost in one of those. So I finished that 1,000-piece puzzle last night by 4 o'clock, and I'm like, I gotta go to bed.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's kind of like for me that working a puzzle is like tinkering around in the garage. I can just waste all day doing that, but anyway, yeah, I kind of got lost in that. Kelly went to bed long before that. She's like, I'm going to bed. Yeah, it looks like Turbo. He says that it's supposed to be back in the 50s next week. Yeah, that's what it's calling for here next weekend for New Year's Eve or whatever. It's going to be in the 50s. So
I heard 43 on Monday.
Yeah,
who knows?
Well, if it's that warm on Monday, maybe I can get out here and work on the la-ti-da.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding.
Oh. So, have you guys, Kent, is your kid, well, let's see, the girls are not, they're probably not coming home for Christmas, are they? So,
nope.
Yeah.
No,
but your mom's with you, yeah.
My youngest was here for Thanksgiving. Obviously, in the case of both girls, Thanksgiving's the holiday that we have here that they don't have in England, so it's easy to give us that holiday anyway. So we celebrated Christmas over Thanksgiving holiday,
Sure.
and Mom's down here till after the first of the year, so that's going to be our Christmas, I guess.
Yeah.
Simple and small.
Well, we're going over to Mom and Dad's Christmas Day, and we're going to go over to my brother-in-law's Christmas morning for breakfast, and so so we'll be all over everywhere, I guess. The plan was to go down to take Mom and Dad down to the casino at French Lick at noon on Christmas Day. So we'll see if how that turns out. I don't know. It's going to depend on the roads, but really, I just looking out here, we don't have that much snow. So as long as they're cleared off,
I could get in my pickup. I think no problem. Go to town and do whatever I need to do. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, no, I'm not either. What kind of plans you got for Christmas?
I have been known to be that guy in the past.
Well, plans changed for me. My sister was coming down to visit, and then I got sick, so she's at high risk. So, she's staying home. She's up in Seneca Falls, New York, so she's staying home. So I think I'm just going to stay put. My girlfriend's going to see her grandsons on Christmas Eve, and then she'll be back home Christmas Eve night. So it'll just be me and her on Christmas Day. Just hang out, stay warm.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So I don't know that we'll travel any. Our plans we may not do that Christmas Day. After all, just depends on the weather, I guess. But
yeah, I usually go to New York on Christmas for a couple days, and then this year I went on the 9th of December because there was It's a Wonderful Life theme in town. So I wanted to see that. So I went up there. We did that. Then I went over to Skinny Atlas. There's a Dickens Christmas where all the Dickens characters are out throughout the town caroling and interacting with the people. And
that's cool.
I have a video coming out tomorrow with that.
Okay, good.
Of all the carolers, and everybody joins in at the gazebo and starts singing, and it just really boosts my Christmas spirit up. I love going up there.
How far of a drive is that for you?
It's like 5 hours, 4.5.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I've been doing it for like 15 years now, so it's it's nothing.
Sure.
It's just so I go up there a couple times a year.
Oh, I had to look up the TV. I heard something. I forgot I had I got the Munsters on up there, and I was like, "What?" Oh gosh. Yeah, I love that. I love that Munster movie with when they go to the racetrack or whatever. I forget. They take their one of them crazy cars they got and
Yeah.
I don't know. That's to me that's funny. So but then I like
Yeah.
Two Lane Highway, which is another obscure movie. So you just never know. Or Two Lane Blacktop. I
Who
mean,
who doesn't like the Munster or the Munster cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, that's why I was wanting you to try to get the hold of that casket so we could build some kind of crazy thing with it.
I'm still on there looking for a coffin that at a bargain price. I found a Citroen engine and transmission that would fit in one here the other day on Marketplace. So, don't count me out yet.
Well, if it's like last year at the No Name Nationals, they'll pretty much let anything run down the track at once. I think so.
Yeah.
I never did get to see that camper go down the track that was out there, but it was there.
I don't know if it did it?
I don't know if it did it or not either. I think they
don't
talked
think it
about
did.
it, but
Was it a camper trailer?
No, it was a.
it was actually
An
like
RV.
a Winnebago-y kind of thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah.
There is a dragster or some kind of a car that's made out of a camper, like it's not an Airstream, but it's that 50s style camper. I've seen it on
Jetstream
YouTube.
or Airstream.
Yeah, it's got like four
It's-
wheels on it. It does burnouts and stuff.
Farm Truck has one of those.
Oh, is that right?
And I don't know if you're familiar with Farm Truck, but
Mhm.
he brought his stuff up here to the drag track because he's friends with Wagler's, and Wagler builds race engines for a lot of people apparently. But yeah, he's got a Hirsch and he's got this old Jetstream that he drives behind the pickup, and you can see it on YouTube. They drive along, and then the pickup will take off one way, and he'll take off the other in the camper. And he's got an old, I think it's a 52 or 3 Cadillac Hirsch with a twin turbo.
Now that I have seen.
Twin turbo Duramax in, and he's running like 6 bottles of nitrous on it. It's just, it's nuts.
And it still has heads on it. Okay. Well,
Hasn't been painted up or anything. It's just as is. But yeah, that camper's pretty cool.
yeah, if this when I first was looking at this La Ti Da, I had some ideas to do with it, but then after I got it and realized it's in relatively good shape, and given the mileage on it, I don't think I'm going to cut it up. I'll probably find something else, but I was going to do some cool stuff to it. But I still got some good ideas with it. It's going to be definitely something you'll be able to notice it for sure when I get done with it. But I was down. I kind of took your lead on the cowhide stuff. I was down. We were Christmas shopping, and so I found some. I found some cowhide. I think I'm gonna, or it's fake, but that
Sure,
real fake cowhide. But but I think that'll probably look. The problem is I'm finding with those steer horns, they're kind of like the casket with you. I mean, ain't nobody wanting to give a pair of them away. I can tell you that. So I'm gonna have to. I may have to make some out of wood or something.
yeah. Pour them out. Injection mold some plastic ones.
Yeah, well, anything's possible. Hey, looks like Zach is in here. Yeah, you're live, just like brand used. Zach's son's got a YouTube channel, and he's trying to get to 1,000 before me. He's always telling his dad, "I've got more than Rick's got on his channel now," and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, it's kind of cool.
He probably will beat you to the mark.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah, because he's been at it a year and a half, and I've been at it 13 years, and he's got more than I do. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, how many watch hours you got? Do you have the watch hours?
Yeah. At one time, there's been a couple of months that I've made the watch hours, 4,000 some or whatever. But I don't have. Last month, I didn't make that many, but my views and everything, of course, went up. I'm sure a lot of people's did with the No Name Nationals. So during that month, that my view stuff was way up. But hey, there's
that's what I'm working on
Jason's
now.
garage. Yeah, so I just like to have a good time. I went down there. I had no idea the No Name Nationals would be. I don't know what I thought it would be, really. I guess being the way the power tour is and the way car shows are around here, and I just really didn't know what it would be like. But I was really pleased, and I don't know. I met so many nice people, and a lot of people. I mean, it was so busy there. There was a lot of people I didn't even meet.
Right.
But people would come up to me and they knew. So I knew people knew who I was, and I would recognize people's cars and stuff. But it just seemed like the weekend just went quick.
Real fast.
It sounds like it was fun.
It was. It was.
I know
blast.
the power tour was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I think this year I'm gonna. After we did it last year, I learned it's not so much about the venue; it's about getting there, and so I think I'm going to concentrate more on that and try to meet some other. I don't know. Spend more time talking with people than just trying to get to where we were going.
Yeah.
But man, I'll tell you, it was hot.
It was, but it was really cool to meet a lot of those people.
Yeah, and what's funny, some of the cars that we videoed and we saw on that power tour wound up being that one couple, Dave and Amy Fleetwood. They wound up down at the No Name Nationals with their cars, and that's where I actually met them. And I had seen them at Mo Party down in Bowling Green, and their car, and I had seen their car, or you and I saw it on Power Tour, but I never did get to meet them until they came down. They got their 500 subscribers, and they came down to the No Name Nationals. So, and come to find out, they just live, I don't know, probably 40 minutes from my house. So it's, it's not like they live a long ways away or anything.
It's like Jason's garage is in the house.
Yeah. Howdy, fellers. Yeah. Well, hello.
So what's your plans for your Buick there, Buck?
Well, not really. I don't really have a plan. just roll with it. I found that car in a garage. I found it in a garage. It was sitting for like 17 years, and I brought it out and put it together. I needed content for my channel to get 500 subscribers. So, and I didn't really want a Buick Skylark, but it's growing on me though. So then, yeah, and I always wanted a 455 big block, and happened to find one. So I thought, why not? It's a want, not a need, because it already runs. I mean, I don't need to. I'm no big drag racer, so I don't need to go flying on a highway or anything. But I think it'll be cool with a big block in there, and
yeah,
conversation piece. It should sound good too.
Oh yeah, to me it's all about the pipes, man. I want to hear some exhaust.
Yeah. And I'm not building no high compression engine or anything. Just like a stock engine with a little bit of camshaft in it. And but even a worn out 455 will make that Skylark move.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's all about just. I mean, I'm hoping to be able to run down the track again against old Russell there from Outfits Garage, and he'll
Yeah.
he'll wipe me up like he did the last time, but it'll just be fun. So
Yeah, it's just fun. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because if I retire in a couple of years, I always wanted a car to mess with, take to the car shows and stuff. So, and I thought, well, I better do it now while I'm working and have a little extra cash.
yeah.
So if I can get everything together and then just, I'm not going to, it's not going to be no Barrett Jackson car. It's just going to be, old dull scratched up paint, but running good,
Well, that's kind of the way I like them too.
Oh, yeah.
When I go to the car shows, well, last summer when I took that crusty Chrysler around to the car shows, I mean, they would most generally put me in the Mopar area. And so I would be pulling that rag in next to these, Trailer Queen Dodge Chargers and all these kind of stuff. And people would be like, I got some really good stares. But I would get 3 or 4 people that would actually come over and talk to me all day about the car, so that was kind of cool. But it definitely was not, from a distance, from 150 feet away, that car looked pretty good. But
yeah.
I noticed the guy that bought it from me, I don't know what all he's done to it, but I noticed he's got it on Marketplace for sale again.
Yeah.
For a lot more than I sold it to him for. But, that's good for him, make some
That's
money.
right.
Wonder if he patched up the thumb holes that I put in the hood.
I don't know. I showed him those, so he knew about them. Yeah. When Kent was, I don't know, we talked about that in one of the videos, but when Kent was helping me put the hood on that, well, I think Zach was there that day running the camera, but he grabbed a hold of the side of that hood and his thumbs just went right through. That's how thin it is. So
it was crusty, all right.
But that fiberglass job I did on it, it never did fly up.
Yeah.
Now, the second time I went down the track at the No Name Nationals, I forgot to latch it, and they stopped me before we took off and said, "Hey, your hood's open." I'm like, "Well, that's a good thing because that would have been a disaster."
Yeah.
That whole 70 miles an hour I got up to or whatever, so that would have blown the hood right off of it.
Yeah, but I mean, like you said, that's really the fun of it.
So what kind of project are you going to do once you get your shop going, Kent? Have you decided you're going to do
I have many. None of them are. I don't have any cars.
Yeah. Well, you talked about building some kind of bike or something. So
yeah, I've got a drift trike frame that I picked up and gonna see what kind of cheap old engine I can dredge up to put on it and make that work. I could go out and buy me one, and that would be great, but it just seems like it kind of defeats the purpose of getting in there and seeing what I can cobble together. And
that's what I think's cool. So
a lot of my stuff is going to be cobbling things together, building things more than it is going to be vehicles, or that's the plan. But I don't know. I'm kind of digging the mini bikes and the go-karts and all that kind of stuff. They've got those Predator engines now where you can put turbos on them and run them on alcohol and everything else. So it might be an adventure. We'll see. But I'm building a lot of my shop equipment too. The base for my vise and.
Well, I think it'll be cool to show the whole process of getting your shop up and running. Actually,
and since you've seen what it looks like on the inside, not for a while, but I have filled it up some more since the last time you saw it. It's going to be a challenge, I think.
Well, unfortunately, I'm a lot like my grandpa. So in 1974, when he moved back to the farm, he built I don't know, I think it was a 40 by 60 pole barn, and never did. He was always gonna put the floor in it. He had gravel in there, but he never did pour the concrete, and never did get the doors put on the front of it. And within a year, it was so packed full that he was back out working outside again. So, and he did that the rest of his life. You never could get anything in the garage.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, mine's kind of like that too. So
I don't like to do that. I really, really don't like to work outside. I don't.
I don't even.
When I was a teenager, I can remember this vividly. My dad bought a set of chains for the tractor and decided on the coldest day of the year when the wind was just howling that we were going to put those chains on. And we didn't have a torch or a grinder, or it was, hammer and punch. I mean, spread it out, out there in the cold and,
Oh my gosh,
put this thing together. And I just remember thinking, I am never ever going to do this. I will not, if it could sit broken in my driveway before I do this. Ain't happening. I don't like to be out in the cold. And I've put off, in the case of my shop, wood and construction materials just kept going higher and higher and higher.
Yeah.
And what I have is a shell of a shop. I don't have electricity. I don't have insulation. And so I didn't really want to work in there that bad, but there's no sign of that stuff coming down. So I'm just going to have to toughen up and put me a bullet heater out there, throw some electricity in and deal with it. And I can insulate it a little bit at a time or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to do it kind of in a proper order. It ain't going to happen. So there you go.
Just do it.
Yeah, that's it. Just suck it up and get after it.
That's easier said than done sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, I need to get out there and get some work done, but maybe if it gets up to 50 this week, I've got some inspections Tuesday that I have to do. No, Wednesday. But Monday or Tuesday, if it's warm, I need to get out there in the garage and at least clean my workbench off. And part of the reason there's stuff sitting on the workbench is because the parts came in for that convertible. So I've got to get those cylinders put on that convertible so that I don't have to deal with that up and down top thing that don't work right. And then I can get some of that stuff out of the way and maybe, I don't know. I still will have to work on the car outside, but at least I can get to the workbench.
That sounds like a good idea. That's what I need to do, clean my workbench off. Maybe I at least do that today.
I might even make a video of it, but it'd be one of them hour videos. So oh, gosh.
Yeah, and all I got is body work, and I hate doing body work. But
well, believe it or not, when I graduated high school, I was working for a body shop, and the old Swedish guy, he taught me how to lead in cars. He restored antique cars. And he had what he did. He had a guy that worked there that did all the modern stuff or whatever. So I did learn how to use plastic and all that, but yeah, I had my lead tools and all that kind of stuff. And of course that's all obsolete. I learned how to spray and looks like we lost Kent. Yeah. I learned how to spray, lacquers and all that kind of stuff, which is a thing of the past. But I like to just, put some screen wire in it and put some mud over it and primer it and go, I don't really fix anything correctly anymore. So,
right. Well, I've been practicing on putting metal patches in, so welding them in. I've never really done that. It's all new to me, but I'm learning.
Well, back in the old, or when I was young like that, the cars in the 60s and 70s, you could actually take a torch and you could cut a piece of the rust out and weld in a piece. And now, you have to use, if you're going to do it now, I don't really know that much about it. I'm not a great welder, and Kent can attest to that, but you turn that wire feed thing down and just really go at it really slow and tack it in. And so, because the metals are so different, I guess is what it is.
All right. Well, I'm working on a 78 Buick, so I still got some metal there.
Yeah. That'll be good.
So I'm having fun. What the hell? And I'm not looking for perfection. I just want it covered up. I mean, I could do the same thing with the screen and Bondo, but
hey, you're back.
Boo. Yeah, we lost
Yeah,
electricity for a minute.
there's only one little place on that LTD that I bought, that 76, and it's on one of the doors. And so I may actually take the door off, get it up on the sawhorses, cut the place out, actually bend some metal and put it in there correctly. I don't know if I'll do that, but that's the only place on the whole car other than the hail damage that, that needs, well, there is a rust hole in the trunk. That has to be fixed, but hey, looks like we got Mohawk 62 in there.
Mohawk 62.
Hello.
New contender.
Is that right?
Yeah. He wants to get in 2023 No-Name Nationals.
I'll have to subscribe. I don't think I'm subscribed to him. So, yeah. And are they going to announce? Today's Friday. So next Friday, is that when they're
probably next
announce?
Friday, whatever the 30th is.
Okay. All right.
Or is that a Saturday? I forget.
Well, let's see. I got the old-fashioned thing here called a calendar. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's next Friday. Yeah.
Oh, hey, so do I. I forgot I had one. Yeah, it's next Friday.
Okay, well, that's cool because I know that, I don't know if it wasn't Derek. I don't remember. It was Dalton, I think, from Pole Barn Garage put a thing out on there the other day. It said, well, we won't be having it down at Sykeston this year because they got the racetrack for sale. Well, the racetrack was for sale last year when we were down there. So,
yeah.
But maybe they've got a buyer now. I don't know. But
yeah, we won't know till next week.
Yeah. And, part of the journey is getting there. So if I was blessed. It wasn't that far for me, but if it's further away, it's further away. I'll just plan on it.
It was almost 900 miles for me.
Yeah.
I had
That's a little bit of a drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll go again.
Well, and there was that one guy that came in on Saturday there. He was from California, I think. He brought that truck that had the Toyota engine in it or Toyota transmission or some kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
as long as
I hope to make it there this year.
Well, even if you don't have enough subscribers, you can do like some of them did, stood outside the gate and man, they got their subs that day. So
Dizzy Izzy and Damien from Mopar's Mustangs and Minivans.
Yes, yeah.
I was expecting to get down there with not enough. I was going anyway.
Yeah, I got my tickets early that year, or signed in, earlier. And John, I texted him and said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my subs, but I'm still planning on coming. And he said, oh, you'll have your subs. And I don't know, about a month or two before I finally got enough. And I was like, whew.
Yeah. Yeah, it was August 12th or something like that when I got mine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to put the Mohawk in.
Yeah, if you go on do you have your YouTube page open?
I do on my cell phone.
Okay, because if you go and hit the three dots on the right-hand side of Mohawk 62, you can go to his channel, and it'll take you right there.
Okay, right there. I'll just do that and go to channel. Hey, I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah, and then if you ever want to like put their link up, you can just copy the URL and then paste it in the chat, and then their link will be up in there for you. Well, if anybody else wants a link.
Well, I just subscribed, so let me see if I can do that while you guys are on here. So,
See, every time I'm live on StreamYard, I always have my my laptop down below with the YouTube part open too.
Oh,
so then I can do all that too.
Well, and there's probably a way. I'm kind of challenged with the electronics here, so
Yeah, that's
There's
right.
probably a way to do that. I'm on my laptop, so but
Right. But I have a laptop and then I have another screen.
oh, I see. Yeah.
So, but yeah, you could have two different pages open, but you don't have to. I just figured I'd let you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get. I would like to get a little better at all this part of it because I actually like watching everybody's lives and at least checking in. I call it checking in,
Yeah.
and kind of say hi to everybody because it's kind of nice to see who all is out there and everything.
Yeah,
So.
I only got started with the lives because of the reviews, the channel reviews. So I I did a practice run at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and there was like 8 or 10 people joined me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't think anybody would be there. I thought I could just make a fool out of myself in the morning, not knowing what I'm doing, and everybody showed up and helped me out. And yeah,
Well, yeah, and you did those review. You were doing those reviews and stuff, and yeah, I like.
yeah, I did. I'm 20 some of them. Yeah, and I'll start them again, and then if anybody else wants to do them, I'll be glad to help them through it. Because it really helped my channel get out there.
Yes.
And, get noticed.
Well, we've been on here for about an hour. I didn't know how much time I was going to take up. I didn't realize it'd been that long.
Yeah, I'm about ready to go.
Yeah,
I'm getting hungry.
I gotta go in more than one way, I think. So.
Hey, well, it's been enjoyable. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
And,
well, I'm glad you popped in there, and glad you came along, Kent. And
nice meeting you, Kent.
Yeah, likewise. I'll check out your channel.
Yeah, go ahead, and then let me know when you start yours, and we'll check yours out too.
All right.
All right.
All right, guys.
Have a great day and a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody.